Hey everyone, it's Michael. I hope you're doing well today. My wife and I this past weekend went out to a couple of thrift shops, antique shops, stuff like that, and we found a lot of cool stuff in the different cubicles we looked through out there from all these different people. And I found a couple of horror books, and I found 3 Star Wars books that I'm really excited about, and I can't wait to show you. But I guess I'll start with the first thing I bought from the one store. I think it was the only thing I got aside from like maybe 1 or 2 movies. But this one right here, I've had a lot of people tell me about, recommend to me, say it's really scary, say the author is great. His name is Nick Cutter, and it's called The Troop. I think my boy Goosebumps Completionist, or Horror FFA, if you guys like horror stuff, great YouTuber, love that guy, good friend of mine. I think he was one of the people who recommended this to me. Somebody recommended this to me out of my YouTube friends, and it is a horror novel. It's not very long either. I don't know anything about it, but I've heard it was phenomenal. It's also 350 pages. There's some dust on this. I really need to... Ugh. I just vacuumed. Why did I do that? Damn. Anyway, Nick Cutter's The Troop. Looks like it could be a cool book. I'm going to take my friend's word for it. I kind of like the older I get, going into older movies I've never seen, like Broken Arrow, and knowing nothing about it, like I just did the other day with Broken Arrow. And I'm going to do that with The Troop. I don't want to read anything about it, but I'm just going to jump into it, see what it's like, see if it's any good, and hopefully it's a big-ass surprise I can review for you guys at some point. I don't know how soon it'll be that I can jump into it. It might even be all the way into May, because I have a lot of other stuff I'm doing with my YouTube channels, like my horror movie channel, and I have a Goosebumps book out there called Goblin Monday I need to read and review for my Goosebumps channel, and so many other things. But anyway, I got a lot of stuff I need to focus on, so it's going to be a while till I get to that. Or this next horror book I picked up that I have wanted this cover for ages. I kept waiting off until I could find this cover. By the way, The Troop I got for $2. Hardcover book. Seems like it's a classic horror book that a lot of people love. $2. Super stoked about that. This one right here I got for $3 at a different thrift store alongside the next 3 books I picked up too. This one I wanted this particular cover, like I said, and I was finally able to get it for $3, and that is Stephen King's Needful Things. I've never read this. It's like 800 pages. It's a big, big, big book. I love the spine of this thing. Look at how beautiful with the blue. I don't know anything about it. I think like a dude, maybe some kind of demon or something, maybe a Randall Flagg type of character, moves into a small town and opens up a store where you can get anything you want, I think, is what I remember the premise of this being. And it goes horribly wrong, but like 800 pages of wrong. So hopefully this is good. I don't know, the font is not super small. It's not as big as like Bag of Bones or Do McKee, but hopefully it's going to be a good one. But it's a big one. This is going to be one that I want to read for the summer. It has a very summer look to it, a very summer feel to it. So I'm hoping this will be something cool to read around that time of the year. Let me know what your thoughts are about that. I've heard a lot of people tell me that love Stephen King too, that they quit this book very early in. I don't know why, but I'm hoping that it's nothing horrifically bad. I'm hoping it's a good one. Usually with Stephen King, I will push my way through a bad book. Despite, like I said in my last couple of reviews for Haunting Adeline and Star Wars Ronin, that if I get to the point now that I read a bad book, I'm not going to force myself through it. I'm just going to quit. If it's a shorter book, maybe I'll try to get through it. But with an author I love, like Jonathan Mayberry or Stephen King, I'll just push through a bad book just because I love those guys so much. But randos, you're doomed. Anyway, I got a trilogy of books here that I think there was only 3. They're called Coruscant Nights from Star Wars. This is part of the Legends canon from back in the day. I got all 3 books. They look like they're brand new, dude. There's not a mark on them, not a bent spine, nothing. No, somebody must have never read these. I don't know if they're newer copies or what, but I paid $4 a piece for each of these. Great deal, in my opinion, for books that are used, but not really. Not a bent page or anything. No dog ears, nothing. Each of the books are about 300 pages. This one's about 340. The next one's like 300 on the dot. I think the one at the very end, book 3, is maybe 280. But anyway, this is Coruscant Nights number 1, Jedi Twilight by Michael Reeves. Kind of an okay cover. Nothing super special here, but I do like the yellow lightsaber and the C-3PO knockoff. I don't know who this guy is. Again, I'm not going to read the back of these books because I love going into books and not knowing anything about these people or the stories or whatever. And then we have the second book here, Coruscant Nights 2, Street of Shadows by Michael Reeves. Again, about maybe 300 pages or so, something like that. And then we have the final book here that has the best of the covers in my opinion, Coruscant Nights 3, Patterns of Force by Michael Reeves. Yes, that is Mr. Darth Vader right there. So I'm hoping that's a big proponent of this series, this trilogy, and maybe even just this book if it happens to be. If I don't see Vader in the other two, well, that's not a big deal, but hopefully that's a big part of this read at least. I'm going to go ahead and assume because of that spot right there, that scene right there on the cover, that everybody's going to die. So I'm just going to say, seems like a bad omen when Vader's fighting you on the cover. So anyway, hopefully it's a good trilogy. Apparently it's post-Revenge of the Sith, the prequel era, I assume. But sounds cool. Really excited about it. Can't wait to read it. I love the original Legends canon of Star Wars from when Lucas still owned Star Wars, because Disney has done nothing but bad after bad after bad with their novels. I've hated them. Just reviewed, like I said, Star Wars Visions Ronin, and it was awful. It was awful. One of the worst books I've read from Disney. Probably the least offensive, aside from Lords of the Sith with the Vader Palpatine kind of lackluster book. And then the horrible, worst of all of them, Heir to the Jedi with Luke Skywalker. Horrible read. Probably the first book they put out involves aliens that do math and talk through math. I hated it. I hate it so much. But anyway, that is the haul of books I got recently. My wife didn't pick up much of anything book-wise, so hopefully these will be pretty cool. She got a couple of vinyls, I think. So anyway, have you read any of these? What do you think about them? Let me know your thoughts and comments about all of these down in the comments section down below. I will try to get to them as soon as I can, but I have a lot of my book backlog too that I need to get to. So we will see what happens with all that. Anyway, thank you all for watching, guys. I'd love to hear everything you have to say about all of these writers, whatever you know about them, or these series down in the comment section down below. Just keep them spoiler-free, because as I said, I've not read any of these. 5 or 6 right here. I think it's 5. I'm not good at math, like I said. That's why I hated Heir to the Jedi and all of its math bullshit. Anyway, thank you all for watching, guys. God bless you all. What did you pick up this week on your book haul stuff? Let me know that down below, too. Thank you. God bless you. Catch you later, and goodbye.